Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. Me Matt. And we're free for you all here on White Ball Express, I believe this map is called. I don't think I've seen this map a lot actually. I'm not even sure if it's vanilla or not, but apparently I have it. So let's go through the players, shall we? It's on the Eastern Front today. Representing the Soviets, we have Wizard 1974, without a commander choice yet. We have F31.81 going straight out the gate with Rifle Division, I believe Strelkovaya is. I'm not good with the Russian pronunciations, I am afraid. And rounding out, we have Dr. House going straight for Tank Division for the Soviets as well. Has anyone been picked here? Oh yeah, easy artillery, okay. Meanwhile, the Waffen-SS is pushing up very rapidly here. Let's see what commanders they have. Smokey is playing as the Waffen-SS with Panzer Tactics, pretty good choice. Master Hunter with Panzer Division for the Wehrmacht, okay. And Quincilius also has Panzer Division. Is this triple Panzer? That is a very fascinating play. Ooh, double Fontoviki, okay, so someone is going for more veteran troops. Rather than, well, more trained troops rather than just conscripts. You also have some Hitler Youth come onto the field, I believe. Yep, some cheaper units available to you if you're playing as Waffen-SS Panzer. And well, the Wehrmacht is still relying on Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers until they can get a Panzer Grenadiers. But it looks like someone is going to go for triple Pioneer. Interesting opening.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
I don't know a lot about this map, so unfortunately I cannot comment a lot on its scenery yet, but looks like a pretty decent looking map. Gonna have a lot of frontal fighting going on. Quadruple Pioneers, okay. That'll be very fascinating. One here we have the Storm Grenadiers now opening fire. The Sappers, they'll kill the Sappers pretty quick out in the open. We got some Fontoviki moving up now on the 1st Artillery Division. We have a lot of Russians on this flank though. Soviets are good at overrunning a flank if they can get into position. I don't think these Pioneers will be able to handle a sheer amount of Russians coming their way soon. But we do have some Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers here, but they're out in the open. Oh yeah, I don't want to be out in the open, especially with all these Russians nearby. Even if conscripts suck at aiming, there's just a lot of rifles. The sheer amount of rifles the Soviets can bring onto the field can be quite felt. Grenadiers will do a little bit better at long range behind heavy cover, but they're even getting flanking shots in from the conscripts. And the flanking shots are slowly killing them. They have to pull back to the next bit of cover, but there's just too many rifles. You know, the Waffen-SS is doing a little bit better on their flank. But the Soviets are now securing their positions. And fighting triple Soviets is not an easy task. That is a lot of manpower at their disposal. Grenadiers are holding up here behind these sandbags. Doing their best with their Kar-98s. Look at all these conscripts though. Yeah, the Fontoviki is just holding the southern flank. They are more accurate infantry than the conscripts, so they will do better at holding the line. Or they should anyway. Looks like the Storm Gun is also just in a good position at the moment. So it's pushed up a little bit further here from this house. We have an MG-34 coming out for these Germans, and Little Pioneer is still there. We are seeing some Volksgrenadiers finally. Looks like this is going to just be triple Panzer. So the Germans, if they can last out long enough, is going to have a lot of heavy tanks to work with. Or just armor in general. Max is set up here for the Soviets in the center. Trying to take this little town. Village square. And more Fontoviki getting cut down on the open. And the southern Soviet flank is not looking too well. But the conscripts should just get into position to overrun. Oh, grenade in there from the Volksgrenadiers. Use the sight blocker to the advantage. That is still a lot of rifles though. One flasher going out. A Molotov in return. And the 34 set up here out in the open, but it'll still be able to suppress the conscripts. Out in the open, they're slowly being picked off here. Grenadiers in this flank, Germans should probably start moving to support. The southern flank seems to be firmly in the SS hands, but the Russians are still just gearing up and getting more troops. Company has been relocated to the northern flank to support. But the conscripts are holding up behind these locks. Well, they're not really locks yet, but wooden timber, I suppose. It's not been turned into locks at the moment. Great assaults being equipped for some of the Russians. Ooh, they jumped the sandbags. You don't want to do that, I think. Yeah, good, they jump back over. Marksman rifle get handed out to one grenadier squad. We also have a recon squad here for the Soviets. Intel is, as always, key. That's just falling back. Company is making a move. Recon squad opening fire with their marksman rifles. Trying to. But they are behind heavy cover, so they're not the easiest to kill. MP40 is equipped here. Actually, it's MP40I is unique to them if you're playing as a SS Panzer, which allows them to actually suppress. So you can actually get a lot of MP40s on your squad if you're playing as SS Panzer. It's kind of one of their deals with infantry. Oh, and the recon squad is down. The MP40 is not bad at range, by the way. It's fairly accurate as an SMG. Most SMGs surprisingly are. Russia still hold up down here, arming a lot of the troops with SVTs. There's going to be a lot of semi-automatic rifles then in this flank, which could come in handy, but the Germans have dug in here with an MG34 handed to the Hitler Youth as the actual Sturm Grenadiers, just to be armed with marksman rifles. Well, we have machine guns here, looks like that's an MG42. That's the MG34. Oh, mortar from the Soviets. Armored car coming in here. And as well as a captain has arrived for the Soviets. Perhaps it all seems somewhat evenly split up at the moment. Pick up for the Soviet Union. SS is setting up a truck here. They're already getting a Pack 40. They're helping against any potential armor. German mortar set up here. Ooh, that church is gonna be not a good position to be in, I think. And the MG42 is supporting. And the MG34 here from the Hitler Youth. Oh, Grenadiers went out the wrong way. Scout counter move here. Gonna use its 50 caliber, but that is a very hard position to crack. They're gonna mow down those conscripts. Oh, they have no Panzerfaust though, but they killed the gunner. But the Soviet infantry needs to charge. Good grenades from the Soviets, and they are pushing through thanks to the SVTs. We just need to get it. Oh, they're not firing. But the SVTs are helping. I don't underestimate the SVTs. They can really help your Soviet troops fight in medium to close range. But meanwhile, as that's happened, looks like we had a double 222 push up here with some Panzer Grenadiers from the Waffen-SS. Armed fully with Sturmgewehrs, which just plowed through the Soviet lines. That is a very hard combination to fight. And double 222 can really mow down squads fast. So we need some kind of AT equipment. Triple T-70. This is gonna be quite a weird fight, isn't it? T-70s are hitting the field now, which is... Well, I suppose they are cheaper if he's playing as tank. But they are playing as light tank. Troops are digging up a bunker here. But might not be... be good enough because the command half track is coming up. We do have a T-70 from the artillery division as well. We do have a tank hunter tank hunter here. But the Panzer Grenadiers are mowing them down. T-70 reveals itself, but the Panzer Grenadiers are going for Panzerfaust. These Panzer Grenadiers are definitely going to be a problem. A double 222 is just mowing everything down here. Panzer Grenadiers are still moving about. And with the Radpanzer, the PTS is going to have a hard time penetrating. And the T-70 is not really good against infantry. It's going for the 222s, which it will be sufficient now with the 45mm.
We have an isolated sector.
That's 1 2 down. The T-70 is on the prowl now. Just need to avoid getting too close to German infantry. You don't want to get in Panzerfaust range. Southern flank looks like the SS managed to push up with some more Panzer Grenadiers, supported by the Untersturmführer, who lost the half track apparently right there. So the T-70s are around. They'll not be very good against the infantry, I'm afraid. So these Panzer Grenadiers might actually be able to go on the hunt. We also have some Panzerjäger squad. They missed. It is a small target. Yes, one. They're gonna pop it. Captain is still holding the ground here for the Soviets. Oh, we also have the rifle veterans. Unique squad available to your USSR rifle. We can only have one of them in the field at a time. A biased veteran and pretty damn good squad, by the way. Like, they'll do a lot of damage if they can be in a good position, and we'll support it. Probably some of the best infantry in the Red Army. Flak turret being set up here by the Germans. The T-70 spam is not going to work well against the Germans that are prepared. Flak turret now set up. That's going to be a very big problem. T-70 is moving up to probably try and counter it. But it's been immobilized by the flak. Both Grenadiers are pushing up. They do have Panzerfausts. And then Panzer Grenadiers behind. Flak is actually penetrating it. Oh, T-70 survived. Heavy mortar arrived for the Soviets, I think. There's a big explosion. Oh, it's the officer. He's calling in a big Soviet artillery strike. The Soviet artillery strikes are really huge, especially from the captain. So we'll see here how the shells are going to be coming in. There's some ranging shells at first. Yeah, that'll destroy the place. That's a Soviet artillery strike, everyone. Now the guards are ready to move up with some Frontoviki supports. Ooh, Frontoviki with a marksman rifle pushing up. Not a good idea against an MG34, I feel. And the 2-2 is repaired. Well, they did get a grenade off, but they're gonna die. MG42 to the church. Good position. At least for now, unless it's flanked. So far it isn't. Yeah, well, the guards keep their fighting position here. Conscripts are trying to take the point while under fire. The 2 is moving to flank, but the guards do have captured Panzerfausts. Yeah, these guys have a lot of equipment they can work with. D-34 arriving on the battlefields. Propaganda artillery landing overhead. I think they are pinned because they fear it's actual artillery strikes that are coming in. They're not scared because it's leaflets. They're just being very cautious and scared. Well, the fighting goes on here a little bit. The Waffen-SS is still fighting back the Russians. Oh, we have a stormtroopers here that's grabbed an MG-34 off the ground and have been out with some Sturmgewehr. So this is a very powerful squad then. So the Germans are bringing a lot of their good troops for this fight. At least from the Waffen-SS. We are not seeing any Panzer grenadiers yet from the... Oh, we are seeing the Großdeutschland called in here. Unique squad are able to Wehrmacht Panzer. You can only have one of them in the field at a time. And they're very good at being recon infantry. That's kind of their job. They scout ahead for the tanks. Several Dushkas are being assembled here for the Soviet southern flank. Or just to try and hold the line while their allies do much of the work. Heavy mortar is being prepared here by the rifle. We're also seeing a T-34 now arriving for the tank commander. They should get them on the cheap. Let's have a look. So only 55 fuel, that is really, really cheap. Compared to the rifle commander gets them for 70 fuel. So yeah, that's quite a discount. 15 fuel. Guards are stopping this, trying to stop this pillbox from being established, but I don't think they will. The heavy mortar should start to be a problem though. Once they start to get in position. Artillery has been landing on the positions down here. Panzer Grenadiers Veteran C4 is trying to push up here behind the Kraken's Teeth. With some Panzer F4, F1 support. Ooh, guards down. Capitan holding on back here. As well as Lieutenant, Lieutenant. That's how you say the Russian version. Triple mortar has arrived for the tank division as well to just seal the German front line. Pillbox took a lot of damage, probably from all the firing while it was being constructed. We do have a Panzer IV arriving on the southern flank for the Germans. That'll make it very hard for the Soviet Union to stabilize the front line, I feel. Yeah, we are seeing a KV-8 though, but I don't think that's a proper choice against the GA. Heavy mortar opening fire. Using 120mm shells. If they hit, they do a lot of damage, but they are not very accurate. Minefields being laid by the Germans. Aiming for that bunker, but it's being repaired now. All the Soviet mortar scientists make their presence known. More guards arriving. Punch just picked up the DPM. Grenadiers are trying to flank here, but that's not going to work well with the Pontoviki nearby with the DPM. More T-34s also being assembled. I think the Soviets going to prepare to push through. Triple 2-2 is being prepared behind this. And the Stugia has also arrived for the Wehrmacht player. Or one of the Wehrmacht players anyway. And the heavy mortars are clearing out the pack positions. Most Grenadiers have been equipped with a Panzerstreck though. Which they've actually equipped with a lot more. They were equipped with a lot of aggressive anti-tank gear actually. Before showing themselves now. Pushing forward for the Soviet Union. Bonga's trying to self-destruct to get a refund, a partial refund. F1s will not do the best against T-34s, but the J will thanks to its gun. Pack is also helping. And we have the KV-8 pushing up down here. The KV-8 is going to be a hard one to kill, unless they just move in with the Panzer IV to flank. The Pack is not really having the best of luck yet, but the Panzer IV will definitely try and scare it off, I feel. And we'll have the fight goes on up here. Oh, we got too close here. Heavy down. The fighting continues up here. Having a long-range fight with the T-34s. Which is in the favor of the Panzer IVs, I feel. Oh, good shot, though. The T-34 is not bad. All things considered. It's cheap and reliable. But the J will have a higher chance of penetrate than the Panzer IV will. Or the T-34 will. I think the T-34 has to pull back. Playing a dangerous game there. Here comes the Volks. Oh, they tried to Panzer fast, they just used the Panzer trick. And now in the open they'll get mowed down. The T-34 is ready. And the mortar seals are just landing around the church. Stormtroopers moving up here. They want to try to grab that Panzer trick, I feel. Oh, they're going for the fuel. That might not be a good idea. There's a lot of... Oh, they're using the Dragon's Teeth. Nice. But the shells just keep landing. Our Stormtroopers are really damn powerful, so they will be dangerous. Here comes the Panzer Grenadiers. Oh, looks like they took a big shot there. The Stormtroopers have been taken out. And the T-34 is just mowing them down with its machine guns. And the mortar shells keep landing. A little bit of a Panzer force has been prepared up here. That'll probably be do a big flank. That's a lot of mortars for the tank division. They have been spotted though. Another KV-8 arriving for the Soviets. Luke is leading the way. Probably the best option, but it could easily be flanked. But the Soviets only have the T-34s to deal with them. Not the best fight for the T-34s, but they'll do their best. Oh, good job with the rifle guards and the Panzer here, flanking with an AT grenade. And that's why you need infantry support with your tanks. That's what you need to get Panzer Grenadiers. And keep Panzer Grenadiers near them. And against F1s, the T-34s will win handily, I think. You have a command Panther running for the Waffen-SS. They'll be able to chew through the KV-8's armor frontally. And double Panzer IV-H. Just laying more into the German Panzer forces here. But they'll definitely have the armored superiority for a while. Lots of Panzer here though. You have AT grenades, but not the upgraded ones, but the Germans don't know that. KV-8 down. And now they're being mowed down as the smoke clears. Infantry out in the open really do not stand a chance against tanks. And T-34s will have a very hard time against the Panther. Especially frontally. The frontal arm of the Panther is actually higher than the Tiger. So it's pretty hard to pierce frontally. Oh, this T-34's in trouble. Oh, it got too close. Driver injured. And the T-34's going to flank. Oh, Panther might be able to stabilize the position. And the Panther crew is just too superior here. AT gun is surviving though. It's very hard to deal with a coordinated Soviet push. U-2 is pushing up down here meanwhile. Dealing with the Dushkas thanks to their Radpanzer. As the Radpanzer will provide them enough protection for the 50 cals at range. Oh, not that one though. Soviets is looking at a little bit on the back foot. Just gonna took out a Panzer IV-H. Panthers pull back for repairs, smart move. And so is taking heavy losses in the fields.
Stuk 3 ready to deploy.
Another KV-8 arriving.
Mortar team has arrived.
Lots of bonus for the tank commander. And the rifle commander slowly stabilizing here. But that's going to be a hard one to fight back from. The 2 is still pushing up, clearing out the defense positions. The 2 should not be able to scratch the KV-8 at all.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings. We have a mortar
Blackness is being established.
We killed them.
Also, it's wise to actually keep this backline in case this ally gets pushed back. You generally don't want to risk having like no fallback position. At least my experience. And the KV-8 should start clearing out these 222s with its flamethrower. Yeah, that's one crew dead. Oh, they mobilized it! So the KV-8 is actually stuck. But the flamethrower is just killing the crews. Scorched Earth activated for the Soviets.
Troops ready for action.
So any German assault into Soviet territory will be targeted by rockets now, as you can see here. I should in theory give the Soviets some time. But the rockets, at my understanding, also bucked sometimes, will actually hit Soviet units. That doesn't seem to be happening at the moment, though, which is good. But it will prevent the Germans from pushing up for a little bit. Rifle veterans pushing up, but that's too many. Well, that's just an MG42, but that's still one too many. Used for Stalin, and there's... I think that's for Stalin. Yes, it is. And they use the smoke grenades that can capture the point. Good to see. Meanwhile, the mortars are shelling them. Find the support they need. This poor little church area, that's been completely shelled. But now the smoke is clearing. Oh, guards went down. Tiger tank is being called in. Germans are preparing to call in the heavy shots. Big push here with Panzer Grenadiers, Stormtroopers, and Storm Grenadiers. Actually, that's just Stormtroopers and Panzer Grenadiers. That's a really powerful assault force alongside the Command Panther. But the Scorched Earth is still active for a while, it seems. That might be the last of it. But still active. Ooh, pushing up the KV-8. Flamethrower straight on it. Ooh, the Scorched Earth really did some damage there, killing one squad. Oh, and the Scorched Earth got it. No, that was actually the Cis gun. He probably overextended the Panther. Germans are turning the church into a forward operating base. But Soviets are going to have a hard fight here. Oostdeutschland is finally advancing here. Just have a Soviet recon team here. Totally getting some... Oh, that is another rocket, I think. And also an artillery strike from this on a high explosive shield. But the Germans still pushing up on the southern flank here. Stormtroopers pushing up alongside the Panzer 48. Just KV-8 after KV-8. I don't think that's the wisest move to do as a Soviet artillery. I think some T-34s will probably serve a little bit better and be more cost effective. Comes the Panzer 48. It's blitzkrieging in. There's nothing to stop it. Just machine guns open fire on the mortar teams. And there's also lack of weaponry to stop it. Here's another KV-8. And T-34 arriving. And now this Panzer 4J could be in trouble. ETL. KV-8 is too close. It's gone up for a while. He's just driving the KV-8 too close. Soviets need to do something about it. That's a lot of Flammenwerfers in those Volksgrenadiers. All hold up in one building. That's very risky. 85 is on the move, and that will chew through a Panzer 4J. He also has some tank guards being prepared here. Unique squad of assault infantry available to you if you're playing as Russian, Soviet guards. Well, Soviet tank, I mean. One good shot there, basically almost killed the J. I don't underestimate the 85. Oh, J did survive though. Tiger tank here. Actually, several Tiger tanks on the field. And Germans are preparing to move up here. But the assist guns are proving worthwhile. And here comes another Panzer march, led by command Panzers as well. But just grouping up your tanks like this does not always work. They need infantry support and micromanagement. Yeah, I don't think that is gonna work. You don't want to clump them up. Soviet guards troops are present. Soviet Overwatch activated. That's all those tanks gonna die if they stay. Trying to capture it. Anti-tank grenade assaults went in, but it's not doing too much yet. It did help though. Artillery is going in though in return from the Germans. And Tiger tanks are on the move. The Tiger tank is coming very dangerously close here. Soviet Overwatch is still active though. Ooh, so many Panzers. So the Germans really pulled on a lot of Panzers here. Soviets are not doing too hot. They're just getting a lot of AT guns, and the southern Soviet flanks not really doing much. But the Soviet tanks have taken the German tanks have taken a lot of damage there. They're still too clumped up. Soviet artillery strikes is just doing more damage to try and slow them. But the Soviets are taking so many losses while doing this.
One of our AT guns has been neutralized.
Tigers took a damage and lost one of its guns. Another Panzer IV went down as well. Need to keep manning these scissors. So they're trying to be called in by the Lukes, but it might be too late.
Panzer IV command tanks can now be deployed.
Tiger and the SS is pushing up with a lot of Hitler Youth actually. That's a lot of Hitler Youth to support the Tiger. Yeah, very decent at assaulting, so it kind of fits. So it's on full retreat. Some of them are. Oh, third jammed and the Tiger. Oh, this could still turn around. Second Tiger's being called in by the Mthis. But the SS is pushing up here. Using incendiary grenades to deny the AT guns. Good. MP34s and MP40s opening up. So it's taking a heavy. Oh, main gun destroyed on the Tiger. Hitler Youth is pulling back. But the second Tiger is operational. Another Tiger being prepared for them as well. And a Tiger from the other. We just have so many Tigers being called in here. Lots of heavy Panzers being prepared for this little area. Artillery being called in now with the scissors. Just start shelling the German positions or what's left of them. More Frontline pushing up. Oh, good sis shot destroying a mortar there. The Russians have not a lot of territory left. I think the Soviets need to make a push down here, but the Mthis has set up. Lots of stormtroopers prepared alongside their officer. But the Soviets have that tenacity to keep fighting. Soviets really do not have any territory left. But the house might be trying to save up for a IS-2, but that's going to be a very hard thing to do. They could call in fuel though, if they remember to use that ability, or know they have the ability. Soviets are lacking fuel at the moment. They have kind of been pounded pretty hard by the Germans. Artillery officers have been called in now. Captain and a lieutenant. Several conscripts are being prepared as well. They're just providing meat into the grinder, it looks like. Hitler Youth are preparing alongside the Tiger tanks. Now the Hitler Youth are preparing to push. Lots of assault weapons prepared. But the CIS guns are getting some good shots in. One Tiger down.
Heavy armor has been lost.
Third Jan, another Tiger. They managed to recrew one. The Hitler Youth is pushing up. Trying to clear out the teams, good to see. But another Tiger goes down. The Panther will probably be the better choice for the long-range frontal engagements than the Tiger. But we have another Tiger battle group up here. Another Tiger went down for the Mthis. But the Wehrmacht Tigers are pushing up here. Their brave Hitler Youth squad here. But it might not last for too long. Incendiary grenade did go out though before they died. The Hitler Youth keep pushing up here. More grenadiers preparing to move in. Ooh. So the sub position is pretty dire. But they're holding on despite everything. Tiger tanks ready to move again. Lots of conscripts have been prepared here by... That's a human wave assault! That's a lot of Soviets. We're gonna get mowed down out here by the MG-42.
5mm artillery barrages at your convenience.
Oh, they're going for the Tigers.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
Oh, one Tiger immobilized. That's a lot of dead Russians. Or Soviets in general, I suppose. Mthis pushing in now, but that's not going to be enough, I feel. Oh, the assist is helping though. Oh, it looks like Wizard basically lost everything in that push. They actually have lost everything. But the Soviets still fight on. There's Smoke even commenting on it. That's something the Soviets can do, and they can actually recuperate from it, surprisingly. Simply because of their high manpower income. Panzer now arriving alongside the Stukas of Fuss for the Waffen-Assist. Panzer is a much better choice for the frontal engagements.
Taking fire! Taking fire!
You also have a Tiger in reserve there.
Send orders!
So artillery strikes are being called in. That church is surprisingly resilient. Can it even be destroyed? Oh, that Panther's almost going down. The assist guns are just doing too much.
Guards troops ready for action.
Soviets are actually going to be able to take the munitions point here. The Germans have actually just suffered a lot of losses. And having all these heavy tanks is actually hurting them a lot income-wise. However, it looks like the Northern Wehrmacht player is not really expending the manpower they have stored up. Of course, neither is Dr. House, but Dr. House is actually doing a good job of what they have at the moment. If they could just get a little bit more fuel, they could get the IS-2 in. But they could probably get a few guards to support with the amount of manpower they still have left. Oh, good grenade before dying, I think. Yep. A lot of Germans on the southern flank. And more conscripts are just being pulled into the grinder here now from Wizard. Looks like he's just going to be the extra bodies that are going to be thrown in at all the time. The man-pants voyage here to guide the tanks, but already lost their driver. Another assist takes it down. The Tigers are still in a precarious position. So Sisyphus opens fire. Probably around here. Oh, some good shots. But it looks like the Soviets are not going to give up easy. Here comes the next wave. You need to prepare the high explosive shells. That Tiger's almost down. While Panzer's moving up. This is where the anti-infantry grenades without the smoke will probably been good to deal with those kind of issues. Still the assist batteries prepared here. It's not going to be easy for that Panther to move up. Oh, that's going to be a very nasty artillery. But looks like the Soviets already moving. The assist is being caught while they're moving. It's not good.
Brave infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Ooh, Mthis got a shot up before running. Panzer's leading the charge. Got the Panzer going out. Didn't penetrate. More Soviets rush to the front. Trying to grab the Mthis guns. These guys have to be able to upgrade AT grenades. That's one Panzer IV down. Main gun down on the Panther. Panzer's like the northern Wehrmacht player is not doing anything. I'm kind of curious what's going on. Lots of conscripts still streaming in here for Wizard. We could probably get something else to support though. Just conscripts is not gonna work in the long run, I feel. Not against what they're fighting. They have done a lot of damage to the Germans. 24-2 trying to cover the Tigers. The conscripts are coming in. But the Tiger's still operational. It still doesn't have its main gun anymore. The other Tiger's still fighting bravely. And it takes a while to repair the German heavy tanks, if you're wondering. But the Russians are the munitions. Here comes the hit. No, that's the stormtroopers that's being relocated. Or is that the Panzer Grenadiers? The stormtroopers are pushing up very aggressively. They'll mow down all the Russian infantry unless the Russians gain behind cover. And even in cover-to-cover fighting, these guys will be far superior. The Russians actually managed to get the munitions point, the fuel point. I guess it just isn't connected. I guess the Russians are really trying to bank for that IS-2. I don't think it's gonna help if they even if they get it. Tiger down. Lots of Panzer IVs, supported by a Panther. Artillery being called in here. The artillery is really starting to hurt the Soviets. AV-8 being prepared now as well, that's not going to help, I feel. And the Russians are running out of troops. I think the Germans have been able to stem the tide. The Russians are in full retreat, it feels like. The Russians are still trying. So it's getting double T-34s now, a T-45 and a normal T-34. Luke's going in for the base. Tanks just keep marching forwards. Now the Lux is just in the Soviet base here. But it just get active and to get some good damage on it. AV-8's being not really doing the best of things here, I feel. Oh wait, good flamethrower there. Alongside the support of the Soviets, so you can get a flamethrower burst in this Tiger. I'll definitely slow it for a while. But now the Soviet base is in peril. Another KB8 down. But he has the T-34. 76. 85 is coming up behind it. Not the best terrain for tanks to fight in anymore. That's all the craters and the cover. Looks is still a menace down here. That's a more. That's not gonna stop anything. That's not gonna do anything against the looks. I suppose these tank hunters is trying to do their best. Here's an 85. Here comes the elite Waffen SS infantry. Stormtroopers and Panzer grenadiers moving in. They're gonna mow down these troops. As you can see, in very short order. And then 85 is going to work overtime if it will even achieve anything. Oh, flamethrower on the stormtroopers as well. They can really deal with anything. And then we have a double Tiger team preparing down here. Oh, this 85 is not going to do much, I feel. Oh yeah, lost this engine right there. They're going to go a penetrating shot, but that's about it. They're throwing an anti-tank grenade on it. Here comes another push here from the Germans. I think this is definitely the end of the Soviet defense here. They're not gonna last long. Yeah, the Germans are just pushing in now. Comes all the grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers. Lots of Volksgrenadiers. Going down to Soviet officer. Panzer J is pushing up as well alongside the Panzer command tank. That's not enough to stop. That's just not enough to stop them. I think the Soviets can safely just surrender at this point. They've proven enough. Here comes the last KV-8. That's going to be in vain, I think. Yeah, and here it goes. Well, this was quite a match. I hope you all enjoyed the heavy Panzer action. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.